In a reimagined version of the United States, a military coup has transformed the nation into a harsh dictatorship ruled by one man known only as the Major. Under his iron-fisted regime, a brutal choice, they've been forced into this by a broken system. Some warn Ray not to criticize the walk while cameras are on, but Peter admires his honesty and agrees the money should be used to help others. Peter lights a cigarette, prompting Hank to warn him it's a bad idea, while Arthur just laughs and asks for a puff. Their banter is cut short when Richard barges in, taking notes. He's documenting everyone's names and numbers, planning to write a best-selling book. Cautiously taps the man's gun, as if for luck. When Peter later needs to relieve himself, he simply does so while walking, unbothered by the others' disgust. At mile 17, they spot a young girl by the roadside cheering for Ray with a handmade sign. The others curse Gary, blaming him for Rank's death and swearing they'll celebrate when he's gone. Not long after, another walker too much, the soldiers execute him as well. At mile 35, the Major returns to commend them for surviving the first night, his speech full of empty patriotism. Exhaustion settles in. Ray dozes off mid-step, dreaming of his mother until a soldier stay upright. The two talk quietly about their families, and Ray drifts again, earning a second warning. When he stumbles soon after, the third alarm sounds. Now he must walk 3 full hours flawlessly to clear his record. Peter offers encouragement, but Ray snaps, accusing him of fake sympathy. The road steepens into a long uphill climb. Fatigue hits them all at once. One by one, boys falter and are instantly gunned down. Later, at mile 103, the remaining walkers discuss their wishes. Peter says he'd ask for 2 winners instead of 1. Ray says he'd change the whole corrupt system, though others remind him that wishes can't alter the state. Frustrated, they curse the Major and the entire competition. A storm hits that night. Rain pours as Ray barely keeps his eyes open, leaning on Peter for support. By dawn, they've passed mile 144. Arthur ducks aside to relieve himself, but earns warning, a man he calls his hero. His father secretly taught philosophy, which was banned. When the Major personally demanded his loyalty, he refused and was executed on the spot. Ray admits his true motive. He joined the walk to win a gun and kill the Major. He despises the crowds cheering for their suffering, but Peter insists those people are victims too, brainwashed into thinking this cruelty is noble. By mile 170, the group is silent again. Arthur cries out and rushes forward, earning a warning until Ray pulls him away. Morning comes, and only 6 boys remain at mile 209. They remember Hank's wife and swear that whoever wins will share some of the prize with her. Gary, excluded from their conversation, grows uneasy. He confides in Ray that Rank's death still haunts him. He never wanted it to happen. He apologizes and vows to help Hank's widow too. The group forgives him, but guilt eats at him. It continues, realizing he's following his father's doomed path. As they walk, Peter opens up about his past. His parents died in the war, leaving him with an abusive uncle who beat him until the man's death when Peter was 10. Orphaned, he survived by stealing and fighting. During one brawl, his face was slashed, scarring him for life. That day, he vowed to always seek light, even in darkness. If he wins, he'll use his prize to help orphans like him. By mile 306, Stevens suggests they stop helping each other. The walk won't end otherwise. Reluctantly, they agree, though guilt eats at them. When Arthur, his father doesn't even flinch. Rain begins to fall again. Ray admits he's no longer afraid of death. After all he's witnessed, it almost feels peaceful. By mile 331, they enter a town filled with cheering spectators. Peter halts, saying he wants Ray to win and reunite with his mother, but Ray insists they finish together. Peter moves ahead, unaware Ray has stopped. The soldiers open fire. Peter screams, trying to turn back, but they drag him away as the new winner. Ray calls out that he loves him and apologizes to his fireworks light the night sky. The Major approaches Peter, congratulates him, and asks what he'll wish for. Peter calmly says he wants a soldier's gun to pass down to his children as a symbol of. He fires, killing the Major instantly. Dropping the weapon, Peter turns and walks away as the stunned soldiers and crowd fall silent behind him. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss more stories like this. Thanks for watching.